devastation.
Shoots from 12. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's Clarkson. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson for the triple. A three-pointer is right on target. Thompson's got 10 points here in the second half.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Williams dishes to Clarkson. 12 seconds left in the third. Outside, Beal. He takes it in. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading basketballs. They lead by a bucket. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Stephen Curry. Also Dante DiVincenzo's out there. Brook Lopez is out there with Bradley Beal. And Houston in at the power forward position.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a three of his own.
Here's Sensabaugh. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And a wide open look here for Ellis. His three-pointers off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
The shot by Curry, no good. Ellis against Curry. Ellis, a good look. Houston with the rebound.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Beal, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And Beal finds a way to the bucket. How'd he do that?
Beal's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
Isaac's checked in for Bradley Beal. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Mann passes to Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Here's Curry with the three. Wow! Curry automatic from deep.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second three of the half right there.
Passes it to Exum. And finished off by Exum.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Here's the three. Curry. That's good. Curry's got 20 points.
Well, after hitting a three earlier in the game, he now has 3 threes this half, guys.
Inside, here's Williams, and that comes off the assist by Exum.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And here's Exum. He kicks it to Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jonathan Isaac.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He hits both from the stripe.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good. And Dante stepping up big time for his teammates.
The visitors with the ball, trailing by 4. Here's Exum into the lane.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Curry outside. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 23.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Here's Exum. And finished off by Exum.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Isaac kicks to Thompson. Oh, good with the triple. Here's Sensabaugh. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that kind of defense ain't gonna get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And none better, Steph stepping up. What a great feel for the moment. Steph Curry. Bingo.
Poked loose. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now Walker. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Deep two from Lopez. From down in the low post, it goes.
You want to win? You need guys like Brook Lopez. That's clutch.
1:12 left to play in the final quarter. Walker's shot is off. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Oh, man, the baby-faced assassin stepping up right there. Such a great score, and what a situation for Steph to get it done.
Fans, the loudest section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
The visitors with the ball. Here's Sensabaugh. Looking to end the run. Tries yet again. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Yeah, easy call. What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from. And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position. How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on. Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up enough.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
One of the rare players in the league that after the age of 30, that ripe old age, Brook Lopez got better.
And they go to the intentional foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And he makes both free throws.
And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
Here's Curry trying to get open as Lopez. Yes!
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
Fans, make some noise for your next team. There you go, fans. That was your dancer.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Yeah, we talk so much about Curry being the best shooter after he makes a three, but there's a lot more to it. I mean, this guy is also the most accurate free throw shooter of all time, so it's pure no matter where it comes from.
He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6.
Trey Mann taking 2 shots.
All free throws good from Mann. There's 18 seconds left in the game. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
That's a line for 2.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
5th team foul.
It's the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
For the away team.
Exum hits them both. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
At the line for your home team.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And that's an intentional foul.
Stephen Curry, 3rd personal foul. Team is in the penalty. At the line for the away team, Trey Mann. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. Both free throws good from Mann. And so they foul intentionally.
Trey Mann, 3rd personal foul. Team is in the
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. Mann with it. Here's Sensabaugh. Hins the 3.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Stephen. Even for you, rare form tonight. How do you do that?
A lot of work. Guys blessed me with a lot of talents, and I just have a lot of confidence. And my teammates have confidence in me, so for me to just continue to play hard, stretch my imagination, what I can do, and just let it flow.
There were no limits tonight, man. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
All right, DA, thanks again. Thank you for joining us.
So she living through the man.